Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Monday, November 8, 2021. Immunocompromised Jamaicans will now be able to receive an additional dose of COVID-19 vaccine. The Ministry of Health and Wellness says it will now move forward to implement the recommendation after the World Health Organization, WHO, published interim guidelines on the process. According to the WHO guidelines, this applies to persons with immunocompromising conditions and those receiving immunosuppressive treatment. These include transplant recipients, individuals with active cancer, immunodeficiency, HIV, and immunosuppressives.
Since these individuals are less likely to respond adequately to vaccination following a standard primary vaccine series and are at higher risk of severe COVID-19 disease.
The Chief Medical Officer says these persons need to obtain a letter from their doctor stating their eligibility. She adds that doctors who treat several of these patients should contact their parish health department to get access to the vaccines to administer to them. As it relates to time frame between doses, the WHO recommends that the additional dose should be given at least a month after the second dose of AstraZeneca and Pfizer, and after the single dose Johnson & Johnson, or within 3 months. Persons who are outside of this time period should get the additional dose as soon as possible. This development comes as the Health Ministry reports that Jamaica has now administered over 1 million COVID-19 vaccine doses. Jamaicans are encouraged to visit vaccination.moh.gov.jm or call 888-1-LOVE, that's 663-5683, to find the nearest vaccination site. Fixed penalties for offences under the Road Traffic Act are to be updated after both Houses of Parliament approved the change on Friday. The Road Traffic Amendment, Validation and Indemnity Bill 2021 was passed without amendments during a special sitting of both houses. It was in response to Wednesday's Supreme Court ruling stopping the police from issuing traffic tickets in excess of rates charged up to the year 2006. Transport Minister Robert Montague, who piloted the bill in the lower house, says the amended act will address the penalties regardless of that ruling.
By way of background, Madam Speaker, Section 116 of the Road Traffic Act 1938 provides that the Minister may, by order, amend the appendix to make changes to fixed penalties.
According to the minister, while the ruling granted by the Supreme Court restricts the government from imposing certain penalties, the new bill will seek to amend the Road Traffic Act to provide for an increase in the fixed penalties. Leader of Government Business in the Senate, Minister Kamina Johnson-Smith, further explained that the figures which have been included in the bill are not increased fines, but are penalties which have been in place since 2006 and 2007. 2 more mobile units have been given to the Court Administration Division to allow vulnerable witnesses to give their testimonies from remote locations. The units have been retrofitted with audio-visual equipment, which includes video conferencing capabilities, LED monitors and televisions, a hydraulic lift to facilitate persons with disabilities, and storage cabinets. During Friday's handing over ceremony, Justice Minister Delroy Chuck said it marked another step towards greater use of technology in the courts.
The judiciary, the justice system will continue to make an impact on the lives of the people of Jamaica as we ensure the efficient and effective delivery of justice.
He adds that within the next few months, internet services across the parish courts will be upgraded to facilitate virtual sessions. The Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, ODPEM, has developed a national tsunami response plan and standing order procedure for Jamaica. This was disclosed by Minister of Local Government and Rural Development, Desmond McKenzie, who says the plan is awaiting the National Disaster Risk Management Council's approval.
This vital aspect of our disaster risk reduction program was made possible by a wide range of partners that have assisted us in making this program a reality.
Among those that have partnered to bring the plan to fruition are the governments of the Republic of Chile and Costa Rica, as well as the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO. Minister McKenzie also announced that Old Harbour Bay in St. Catherine is in the final stage of receiving its Tsunami Ready community designation on the UNESCO's Tsunami Ready program.
They will become the first Jamaican Tsunami Ready community in short order. So Old Harbour, you are on the map, and this is a first coming out of this regional platform.
Minister Mackenzie was speaking during the closing ceremony for the 7th Semi-Virtual Regional Platform for Disaster Risk Reduction in the Americas and the Caribbean, RP21. Over 30 countries participated in the conference, which took place at the Jamaica Conference Center in downtown Kingston from November 1 to 4. And finally, Acting Chief Education Officer Dr. Kassan Troop says government will be providing a subsidy for secondary students to retake their exit exams this year due to the challenges caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. Dr. Troop was addressing stakeholders during the Sixth Form Pathway Program virtual town hall hosted by the Ministry of Education last Thursday. She says this is just a special provision for this year, as the ministry is aware that the pandemic created some disruptions that impacted students' performance. Generally, the Education Ministry provides a subsidy for students to sit 4 CSEC subjects, namely Mathematics, English, 1 Science subject, and Information Technology or Electronic Document Preparation and Management. Those registered on the Program of Advancement through Health and Education, PATH, who have the qualifying scores, get up to 8 CSEC subjects covered. The ministry also pays for 1 NVQJ skilled exam at grade 11 for PATH students. The Acting Chief Education Officer says the support will continue in the Sixth Form Pathways program, under which students will benefit from 3 subject subsidies, communication studies, and 2 units of their choice. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.